Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short.
The Bills take over first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Alex Collins. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
He's checking.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Allen going to throw. And he finds Tyler Croft. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Watch 49. Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey, hey, hey. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
65. 65. Win the rep. Let's go right here. Check 49. Lady. Young lady.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
To return is McKenzie. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Collins. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Collins running it from the pistol. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch it. Go.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Gets it to Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
60 mark, 60 mark, 60 mark. Don't let him free. Don't let him free.
Here's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Watch 36 to Mike.
Allen now on first down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
Well, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check.
Topper!
You ready? Mike 49.
Hey, wahoo!
Danny. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Switch. Hey, ready? Watch the twitch. Hey, motion backfield.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
I'm here all day. Hey, ready? Mark 49. Come on, boy. You better be ready. I'm ready.
Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go. At their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Back and go full strength. Check, 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 check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
To the air, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Middle. Say home. On 3. Motion.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Crowder. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now Bell. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We're going to sack. 40, lady. Check 41. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 41. Oh,
here's Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and goal, Collins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the air. Check it back.
They'll try again with Collins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Switch gears. 56.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Alex Collins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches, he may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back. Red 80. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. 3 bud. Lady. Switch. You go take.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Collins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 now. Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Hey,
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Red 80. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Here we go. Red 80. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. He completes it to Henry. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Watch the curl.
Hey, orbit.
41. Hey, watch the slant.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
41's coming. 47.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Kill. Red 80.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 25. Delaney.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. 60, Mike. 60,
Bravo.
Watch the run. Kill. Hey, check.
Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up. Alert! Undercrush.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Collins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 26. 5 wide. 10. Under 10. Regular. Hey, alert 3. Check 15. Half.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Alex Collins. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? No gain on this defense. No gain.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And some room to work. Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bills 42, Jets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man,
To throw is Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I can tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Collins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 34.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd and 12, Allen looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Matt Milano, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. McKenzie now to return it. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Howard. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 60.
to throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 56, Jets 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
Check three. Alert flag.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down, it's Collins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.